Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your favorite peasant, and as a thank you for 500 subscribers, I wanted to make a video teaching you guys how to snipe on RogueCompany, just like how I do. And these tips are just going to be for snipers, but obviously we snipe over here, so these are going to be mainly used to be sniping. But this video is going to be able to be translated across keyboard and mouse and controller, because this is how I am just as accurate on controller, and this is going to be applicable to any FPS games you play. This isn't just RogueCompany. This can be Valorant, CSGO, Siege, Call of Duty, any of those. But I'm going to have timestamps in the description, so if you want to pick and choose what you want to focus on, you can do that. And I'm going to be going over the aiming style that I use, talking about the Pez Swap that my boy Blizzard came up with, because I have looked and scoured across the RogueCompany YouTubes and I just can't find anyone that knows about this canceling that I do. So I'm dubbing it the Pez Swap because it's just clean and it's mine. So fuck you. And I'm going to be going over the way I buy my weapons, upgrades, and my perks, if you care about that at all. And lastly, I'm going to talk about how to change a crosshair to a dot. I know I did that in my last ultimate guide video, but this is going to be a more updated one because I also want to include my keybinds for anyone that wants to do that. I'm going to have my configs in the description if you want to copy and paste those, but I'm going to see you in the shooting range to show you how I aim. So now that we're in the shooting range, the biggest tip that I can give you that, like I said, will be able to be applied across any FPS game, any input that you use, is all about centering, and in some cases I pre-aiming the corner so that you're aiming at the corner, and when you come around you're already aiming at their head instead of aiming at their feet, looking, trying to clear the angle. You're just already hard clearing the angle. And the thing that helps me a lot, as you can see in some of these clips, is just knowing where the head shot angle is always going to be, so that I can come around the corner already aiming at their head. So all I have to do is aim in and shoot instead of having to actually move my mouse or move the joystick up to their head. I'm already coming around the corner, so I can just get a quick little pop shot that is just going to be way faster, and most people aren't going to be able to react in time. This video that I have up on the screen, I'm going to put it in the description. This is the video that I watched years ago and learned how to aim with this style. I just gave a brief explanation about it, but if you want to watch this video to get a more in-depth understanding behind my aim style, then check the description below. But now what I'm going to be going over is the Pez Swap. So in my ultimate config video, I kind of messed up the explanation because I honestly didn't fully grasp how to do it. I just thought that shooting and swapping was faster, and if anything it's more of a detriment, because as you see the recoil just keeps going up and up and it's just not fast. But what I learned is that you actually have to sprint at the end of your swapping. So as you see the keyboard and mouse on the screen right now, what you gotta do is you gotta aim in, shoot, and then swap, sprint, and then try to do that as fast as you can. And now of course I don't 100% do it all the time because it's still kind of hard, and it's also hard to be accurate while doing so, but this is just a faster way of being able to kill multiple people at one time, and I really enjoy it. I like the way it looks in clips if I can do it correctly, if I'm not just spamming multiple shots into someone and I'm missing all of them extremely bad. But one thing my boy Blizzard, who dubbed it the Pez Swap, said to do is, if you're on console or controller, turn on the auto sprint. Now I tried to do the Pez Swap on controller and I couldn't do it for the life of me, but I didn't really try that hard to do it. I just went into the shooting range and did it for 2 minutes, and I was like, fuck this shit, I can't do it. That's why I play keyboard and mouse on this game. But if you want to try it on keyboard and mouse or console, let me know if the auto sprint works, because I personally still use the normal sprint button in every game I play. I don't know, I'm too used to it from playing games back in the day that auto sprint, I just have to sprint because there's some times where you have to walk. But now I'm going to be going over the way I buy and TDM and Demo and Strikeout. This applies to all modes. So the way I like to buy in RogueCompany, first off, of course, you're going to buy the LR.
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
And then what you want to do is you want to get the magazine size upgrade, because that you just get more bullets. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But the next thing I try to focus on is upgrading the full body to the Epic variant, which increases the scope speed tremendously. While this isn't necessarily slow, when you upgrade it to purple, it is extremely fast, to the point where you can shoot before people can even react that you came around the corner. So I just really like that upgrade. After the Epic full body upgrade, what I usually do is buy Gunsmith, which gives you 2 more bullets, so now you have 8 in the chamber. I also use Stalker, which reduces the movement speed by 50%. So when you're moving side to side while ADS, you feel kind of sluggish, but when you buy Stalker, you start moving, a little faster. It's still not walking speed, but it's faster. So, that's always a bonus. If the match is going extremely well in the beginning, I skip out on Gunsmith and Stalker and I straight up go for Life Drain, so that way I can peek 4 people at once, and if I know they're really bad, I can get a quick down and basically get full HP and be able to just constantly peek them over and over again. Because if 4 people are looking at me and I have Stalker and Gunsmith and I need to kill them all really quickly, but they keep shooting me at least once every time I peek over, I'm gonna go down inevitably. But if I have Life Drain instead of Gunsmith and Stalker, then I'll be able to just keep peeking them over and over again, basically full HP. If I'm going with the normal buy, I get the Gunsmith, Stalker, and then Life Drain. And then after this, I like to upgrade the full body to max, so I get the increased headshot damage, which is really good if you're going against a Mac or an Anvil, and possibly Glitch, because I know he has the purple upgrade for the armor, same with Trench, and that allows you to be able to one-tap them in the head, and also it gives you the movement speed increase while scoped. So now if you have the gold upgrade and Stalker, you're moving just as fast side to side as you are scoped in. So now you're just a speed demon. But after all this, I like to go for Nimble Hands. It's not a perk that I prioritize over any. It's just a nice perk to have that increases the reload speed and the weapon swap speed. And personally, I don't find the weapon swap speed to be that much of an increase when it comes to doing the Pez Swap, but I like the reload speed increase, so that's nice. And now when you go on to gadgets, I like to get the sticky sensor because it's just free wall hacks, and there's nothing else to really say about it. It's just, I like to throw it down where I spawn, so I know after I kill a couple of people and I start seeing the gadget going off, that I know that they're spawning where I threw it at. So I know I can be the first person to go into the fight, and it's just really good info. If you have a Dallas or a Seeker on your team, this is just going to be way better, because this is always going to be there, and if you can throw it in some cheeky spots that people aren't going to be able to detect as easy, it can probably stay there for the entire game. And in TDM, they always stay after you die, so you can have like 100 in every single spawn location at once. So it's just free info. There's nothing wrong with that. But after I get the sticky sensor, it doesn't really matter what I get. I strongly don't recommend you get the throwing axe, because if you get the throwing axe and you're doing the Pez swap, you're going to actually swap over to your axe, because in the settings you're just swapping to the next or previous weapon depending on which one you changed it to. And obviously the melee counts as a weapon, so I do not recommend getting the axe at all. So don't ever buy it, or if you do buy it, just throw it instantly, or just remember that you have that, so you're gonna have to do another swap, but at that point don't even swap. That's basically the way I buy in RogueCompany. Now I'm going to be going into the config and showing you guys how to change to your dot. Also showing you guys how to download my configs if you want to just straight up copy and paste my settings outright, and I'll explain the settings that I use. So the graphic settings, I have basically everything low except anti-aliasing. I just like it being high. I don't care for ultra because I know it hurts performance, but I like it up because I just don't like the way it looks like Minecraft if you put it on low or medium. And view distance, I don't really know if it's beneficial to put it on ultra, but I just do that so I don't have objects just pop in and out from very far distances, because you know we are sniping at the end of the day, and sometimes you do actually snipe at range, not just running up in someone's face and no scoping everybody. But I have that on ultra. And for the bindings, I have something different. Push to talk doesn't really matter, I just have it on the side button. You don't have to have it on the side button. The thing that I have that are different from normal are the crouch and the dodge roll. I like crouching with left control because it's just the side of my hand and it just feels normal to me. It's kind of like crouching in Call of Duty. I have that to control. Dodge roll I have to C because it's just like V, it's where my thumb sits, so it's just easy to press. I don't have any toggle shoulder different, I don't have my ability different. I use gadget on the mouse wheel down because that's how it is in Call of Duty. But like I said earlier, the next weapon or the previous weapon, I strongly recommend changing it to V if you're comfortable with it. Of course, do any other button that you like. You can do the side buttons on your mouse if you want, but my thumb rests on the V key, so I use V. And then melee, I just have it as the front side button, but it doesn't really matter. And if you want my config, like I said, I'll leave it in the description. Same with the display and the keybinds. But now I'm going to show you how to get the dot crosshair, and it'll be really simple. I'm going to cut the chase, and I'm going to give you guys the link to where you copy and paste this in your file explorer, because you can do other stuff, but this is just simple. Now what you're going to do is you're going to change the Pez to whatever your username is on Windows. So whether it's your real name or it's your Microsoft account name, just change that. And once you're here, you're going to want to go to the game user settings, the INI. And then what I like to do is I like to click up here where it says scalability groups and then type Control F. And then I already have it here, but you're going to type in crosshair and make sure the direction is on down. And then you're going to click find next and click it 2 more times to where you see width and the height. And where you see the width and the height, you just want to do -2. I don't really know if any other number after the negatives matters, but I just do -2. It doesn't matter. And while you're here, I personally like to put the frame rate higher. I have a 280Hz monitor, so I just cap it to 280. I barely get 280 on this game, so I just capped it to that because I can. And if you want to copy my exact graphic settings and you want to copy my exact input settings, I'm going to be leaving a paste bin in the description for both of them. So yeah, I changed what I was going to use to give you guys my settings. Basically, as the video is showing, just click on my name, click on the downloads, and it'll zip the file. And then when that shows up, look at the downloads folder, and you'll click on the Rogue settings folder. And now that you have all this, you're going to back out, go to your file explorer, and then copy what I have down in the description. Make sure you change your name to yours. Mine is Pez. And then you want to pull up the WinRAR and then drop in the files and make sure you replace the files, and there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be bringing you a banger RogueCompany sniping montage in the couple days. I've been going off lately on the streams. If you want to check the streams, obviously it will be in the description. And if you enjoyed this video or I helped you out at all, click the like button. And if you're hyped for the RogueCompany sniping montage, subscribe and turn on that little bell notification so you never miss a Pez 7K video. And have a good day.